Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's January 6th, 2025. Looking at Newman Creek. This is before the weekends with that additional snow load. A bit nice mix of alpine and treed ridges that the Smoky Mountains provide. And if you're still enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation or even better, sustaining membership to get us through these high and dry times when the weather's not as boring and not as many people like to tune in. Today is going to be isolated snow showers in the afternoon, really not accumulating to much, maybe trace to an inch in the mountains. Inch would be really nice to see, but not really happening. Tomorrow's gonna be mostly sunny. And then the rest of the week we're looking at normal temperatures and upper level ridging. So pretty nice weather. There will be a small disturbance on Wednesday, not producing much, and then a slightly bigger one on Friday, again not producing much. We are looking pretty high and dry this week. Speaking of which, let's check in on our snow water equivalent for around our snowtail sites. We are 14% above normal in the Bigwood, 20% above normal in the Salmon. Boise's coming in at 31%, looking good, 31% above normal. The Littlewood and the Big Loss are a little behind, can still catch up, just haven't been favored with these storm cycles. On the other hand, the South Hills have been raging down there and hoping or expected to pick up some more today. Looking at morning temperatures, we are in the upper 20s to mid to upper 20s in the Wood River side, and about the same in Stanley. It's a pretty similar day today. Looking at the satellite reel, we got a big area of low pressure that is going to get kind of stay north of us because of this area high pressure that's off the coast of California. You can't even really see the little low that we got going on today, but that's going to be bringing in those afternoon isolated snow showers. You can take a look at what it looks like on the HRB, but it's really not that exciting. Right here we can see just a couple specks making its way across around 4 or 5 today, and maybe picking up a little bit of snow, possibly rain in the valley floor. Looking at the GFS, let's see what's going on here. So we have this area of low pressure off the coastline here, and that gets more amplified on Tuesday through the rest of the week, and it's kind of putting a real kink in the hose being the jet stream. So we're kind of having this like dirty northwest flow, not really producing much. Over Wednesday, Thursday, it'll be like really kind of almost northeast flow, which we don't really see too often. And that's just because it's kind of getting pushed up and wrapping back around. It is introducing all this like really much cooler air than normal because it's reaching all the way down into Mexico. So it will be creating some cooler weather for Texas and a lot of other spots that don't really see that much. Fridays when we might get that little area of low pressure, a trough sneaking through. It doesn't look like much, maybe an inch or two in the Sawtooths. Besides that, we are kind of sitting in north flow, which is acting more, which will kind of appear as more of a ridge. And that kind of continues into next week too. Just kind of looks same old. It doesn't really break down till very far into the future. So we'll just see what happens. Looking at the MBM models, really nothing satisfying here. Just like a trace to a half inch in Galena, and then Bench Lakes is about the same, not even getting anything out of that for the northern mountains, which seems to always pick up a little bit more snow. Looking at the long-term forecast, the one good thing that's happening is we will be below normal, slightly below normal for temperatures for the first half of January. That's just looking at next week. below average for snowfall, below normal for temperatures for midway through January, and then again below average for snowfall. So hopefully some storms sneak in there, but it doesn't look like it changes much looking at the long-term forecasts until the January 18th to the 31st, basically the end of January, and we're in the beginning. So it's a long, long ride ahead of us after seeing so much snowfall in those two AR events. We'll see. It can change. Some small storms can pop in there. This is long-term, long-range forecasting, which always doesn't account for those smaller storms.